guys, it's your Ford Focus here, and today we're going to be recording the brand new changes that have been added to Fontana Dam, as Index just reopened this last week. So anyways, let's go over what Index has added, and some are really exciting, with a new record being broken as well in ultimate driving history, such as Forest Route 62, which we will cover in this video. But anyways, let's get to the touring. So as you cross the dam, when you reach the Tapoco, there is a road that you can go and take to get a view of the lower route. Yes, it's really cool. I'll show you guys when we get to the turn. So, right across from the spawn, you go on this road known as Tapoco Lodge Road, and you go straight on it. As the road will curl right, there'll be a turn where the road is at first just plain gray with nothing on it, but then it becomes a solid line road, and when you travel on this, you get closer and closer until you reach the lower view of the dam. There's also some bumps there too, so just be sure to be aware of that. And also be careful not to fall off as well, because there are some curves, but there are no fences until you're on, and only on the left side. It's pretty cool what Index added. Now you can get the top view and the bottom view for the dam. Get to see on both angles. But as you reach the lower part of the dam, getting a view from it, you'll meet a sign saying Chihuahua Dam, or TVA. This is actually a real life dam that Index is adding, and it is the Chihuahua Dam. You'll find this building too, with stone on the bottom and windows. And here you can get a good view of the water falling off the dam. So we park our car here, and you can see Route 129 up there, and all water coming down. It's even better to see it when you're at the lower view. So this is just a great spot to admire, guys. Go check this place out. Really good spot to take a look and view at. So over on Forest Route 62, you go over the small bridge, and then you meet the Y shape, as I also showed in the previous video. If you go straight, there's just a dead end. However, if you go on the other side of the Y, like you just saw that Forest Boxer, there'll be a brand new area revealed. And this is known as Slick Walk Road, while going straight is just now as Forest Route 62. Kind of as both. It's still really cool. So once you get over this hill, you can see the left side of the colored grass changing, and that reveals a brand new area in Fontana Dam, which Index added. And once you get down from the bottom of this hill, the roads are so narrow, you won't even imagine. And I recommend taking cars that have good handling, like the McLaren 720S, for example. It'll really help you out on these kind of roads. Let's carefully go down here. And you can see signs too for avalanche warning. And the way that the path is safe. In fact, the roads are so narrow that the speed limit ranges just from 10 to 20 miles per hour. So narrow that only one car can fit at a time. If two people travel in different directions and meet each other on this road, one will have to pull to the side to let the other through. You want to be really careful on this, because you can fall off as well. See two people behind you. And you can see speed limit is 20 miles per hour. That's how narrow this is. You are also going to meet a off-road known as Baker Branch Road. If you turn there, you can see that you get a little effect coming out of your car to signify that you are not on solid road. And you can see the road splitting into two. And you can see they both have dead ends in a short distance. Here's what it's like for the brown dirt road. And they both have old stop signs. So, going down and leaving Baker Branch Road and continuing down, the name of this narrow road changes from Slick Rock Road to Bulls Mountain Road. And as you continue to go down, you see more warning signs, and the speed limit is reduced to 10 miles per hour, along with a truck warning sign as well. That you really want to be careful, especially if you're a trucker. Sometimes if you go down the hill, you may have a high chance of losing control, so you always want to park your car while going down. This gives you better control over the hill as well, if you park your car a few times. But now we're at the end of the very narrow road that we just went on. Now we have the sharpest turn in Ultimate driving history. It's so sharp that you need to go back and forth a few times just to get in it. But you can bring in a car with very good handling, such as the McLaren 720S, then you'll have no problem with it. And then you got a lot of space with the road ahead, along with a guardrail on the right side. It's really cool. And as you advance on, there are some other roads to explore as well. You'll see a off-road there. We'll cover that in a minute. But over here where the road ends, it splits up into two different turns. The left and the right. If you go on the right, you can see that the road will curve, and once you get at the point where it makes a really sharp curve, then it changes directions until it ends over at the end, which we're approaching. On the left side, you go over here, which is more further down. You're going to go up a hill, and then you get a dead end right there. So now we are going to be taking the other part of the Y, which is the off-road. As you saw, that Porsche just went down there. So we're going to have a look at that. There's even a sign saying no snow removal beyond this point. I guess Index is right about that, because you have high risks of falling off. And it's off-road too. And this is very easy to lose control on. So you gotta go very, very slow when you're going this way. Very slow. You see how I'm gaining speed? So if your car does that, you want to go press the P button to park. And then you press P again to gain control. This is a good way to avoid falling off in conditions like this. I also like the way how Index added a narrow grass pattern along this. And then kind of like a golf course, it's making a really sharp curve. And it ends right here. Pretty cool touch for Index added for the beta version. But now, when you're reaching the dead end over here, you want to go and turn around. My advice to you guys is turn around like this, and then to get back up, you're going to need boosts. I strongly suggest that, but it's possible to get them out boosts if you have enough force, so if your car has good handling or acceleration. Though in conditions like this, when you're going slow, you might need boosts, but sometimes you're able to manage it. It's pretty good. But I would always apply boost on, just in case. You can easily get boost on for $10,000. Yeah, now we are leaving the off-road part. Now be the last road for the Forest Route 62 area. Index breaking records of the most narrowest roads in Ultimate driving history. And yes, that's right. As I said, there are roads that are so narrow that the speed limits just out of range between 10 to 20 miles per hour. So narrow that only 2 or 3 people can fit there horizontally. So narrow you want to be very careful of it and avoid falling off. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, it takes a few times to back in and out for those sharp turns. So around here is where Index ended the map before he reopened it last week. It was around here where I remember the cliff. Until this update where Index has reopened the map. He added a new route among it as well. And an extension with a new town. Introducing Route 143 and signs for America's Byways and the National Forest Scenic Byway. It's really cool the way how Index added big curves. And there's so much space between them. So here is Route 143 from the turn. It goes along a pretty nice route, and then it ends here. So moving on, this is where Route 129 and 143 merges. Until we enter into the town of Robbinsville, is where East 143 goes along, but just in a very short distance, with one lump or so, and then there's an end, along with a little rocky side. And then if you go back on Route 129, you see the spawn. The official town is still in development and it's not here yet. However, I'm sure it's gonna look really nice, especially for an Index will release it. And here's what the spawn looks like. Very nice job, but Index has curved out the spawning bays. And you can see that this is Robbinsville with the sign. And then, before Route 129 ends, from the Robbinsville spawn, you just continue until there's the end. And probably invisible as well for Cliff. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video right there. What do you think about the brand new changes? You might like this video? Comment in the box below for your thoughts about the brand new additions and changes that Index has made to Fontana Dam since he reopened the game last week. Join my Discord server located in the description, and you may subscribe. Bye!